Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a yard at the 37-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And an ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
He was brought down.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 more.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Well, here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett.
Wilson's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series...
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or an excellent hands?
Yeah. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's third down. Third and long.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Following the interception, Winston. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
Situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
4-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. Third and a yard.
It's a gain of
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 19-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he loses the football a second time. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, check.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 35-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Seahawks.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide.
Wilson's pass.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 12. Wilson airing it out for Olsen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
1st down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were celebrating. The guys who just gave up that play.
Mostert. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Back near his own goal line, Winston. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mostert a 1st down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They go play action. Winston. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up second and...
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Wilson will throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Niners 10, Seahawks 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Set on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D4 in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and less than a yard.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Winston completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They run again with Carson. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. For 30 more yards and another 1st down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Mostert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
There's Mostert. Yeah, he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The kick by Gold is good. And maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Now increase here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.